Good evening once again, everybody. Well, welcome back inside to Die Hard Sports Fan 1. I'll start today's show with a look at some baseball. It was the Baltimore Orioles losing to Tampa Bay 3-1. Despite the loss today, they took the series 2 out of 3. They have now beaten Tampa Bay 8 of their last 10. That includes the loss today, and that includes getting swept the first series of the year at Tropicana Field. Despite a Colton Cowser homer in the ninth, the Orioles lose it 3-1. Depending on the results throughout the rest of the day, they will remain one back in the AL wild card. My Washington Nationals get swept at the hands of the Miami Marlins. They lose 6-2. They complete by far their worst road trip of the year, and they are now under 500 on the road. They continue their struggles since the trade deadline. They finished the road trip 1-8. They have a homestand coming up. It features 4 against the Rockies, 4 against the Marlins, 2 against the Braves. It all starts Monday night. It's actually been a role reversal since the beginning of the year. They're playing better at home since the trade deadline and worse on the road. They had the best road record in baseball for a huge chunk of the year. With today's loss, they are now 34-35. Taking a look at my Washington Commanders, despite another strong defensive effort that included 5 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pick, the Commanders dropped the decision yesterday, 17-13. They had a chance for a 2-minute drive at the end of the game, but following a Detroit field goal, undrafted free agent from UTSA, Robert, can't think of his last name right off, but the undrafted free agent out of UTSA, Robert His last name, I'm drawing a blank on his last name, but he fumbled the kickoff, which allowed Detroit to put the game away. Detroit beats the Commanders 17-13. It was another strong defensive effort for the first team. It was 5 sacks, 2 turnovers, a forced fumble that led to a touchdown on the first possession, and a Quan Martin pick on the second possession, which was the second pick of 2026 for Quan Martin. Jaden Daniels saw his first action of 2026, but it was a 3-and-out. And the offensive line did not look great. And given the fact that he got steamrolled, they took him out after the first series. So he only got 1 series. in the preseason. He probably will not play Friday, August the 28th in Baltimore. So the next time you will see him is September 13th, opening day at the Link in Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field. 4:25 kick. Commanders, Eagles. Opening day, also a divisional game. It's the first of 2 divisional games for the Commanders to start the season. They will be at Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field, September the 13th. 4:25 kick. That'll be followed by a trip to Arlington to play the Dallas Cowboys. That is I don't have that kickoff time in front of me, but that'll be a September 20th in Arlington. And then that will be followed by the home opener, September the 27th, as the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks come to Northwest Stadium in Landover to open the home portion of the season. That'll be followed by a trip to London for the second international game of 2026, as the Commanders will take on the Colts. That'll be followed by another divisional game, as the Commanders will take on the Giants week 5. So we have, if my math is right, it is 3 divisional games in the first 5 weeks. Shifting gears now to college football. Wolfpack Nation, stand up. It's game week. It'll be the Pack and the Cavaliers as they battle it out in game number 1 of the 2026 season. It's an ACC battle from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville. It is the second game of a week 0 doubleheader, as Saturday August 29th at noon, it'll be UNC taking on TCU to get the 2026 season going. That'll be followed at 3:30 from Scott Stadium. It'll be the Pack and the Cavaliers. That's a 3:30 kick, also on ESPN. Stanford and Hawaii will battle it out from Palo Alto. That is a 7 o'clock kick from Palo Alto. That's on ACC Network. USC will take on San Jose State. That is on NBC. I think I don't have that official time in front of me, but I think that is a 3 o'clock game. It'll be San Jose State taking on FSU. That'll be on CW at 7. No, I'm sorry. San Jose State takes on USC. That's on NBC. New Mexico State will take on Florida State. That will be on CW. Just to list a few of the week 0 action that will take place Saturday night. Kickoff weekend is upon us for college football. So specifically for my NC State Wolfpack. Wolfpack Nation, it's game week, beginning Monday. Tune in to Locked On. Tune into Locked On Wolfpack, which is part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day for the last 10 years. You can search for that podcast on any smart device. Again, you can go to Locked On Wolfpack. That podcast is hosted by Kenton Gibbs and Grayson Boone. Again, it's Locked On Wolfpack. It airs daily, and with the athletic year getting set to kick off, they are back to 5 days a week. Most of them are pre-recorded because they do it the night before. So, for example, tomorrow's podcast, which is Monday, will probably drop tonight after being recorded. So, sometime late tonight, early tomorrow morning, we should have the first Locked On Wolfpack podcast of the week as they get set to preview the season opener. Saturday in Charlottesville. It's the Pack and the Cavs. 3:30 kick on Saturday. And just to recap a little bit, it'll be my Commanders taking on the Ravens. Saturday at 6 from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. That'll be Friday at 6. Friday at 6. Ahead of the final cut to declare the final roster to begin the 2026 season. Final cuts have to be in by Saturday, as they will have to declare the final roster to begin the 2026 season. So real quick before I sign off, the Orioles dropped the decision today. They are now 63 and 68 on the year, but they are still firmly in the wild card race, as there are only currently 5 teams in the whole American League over 500. The Orioles lose it today, despite a 9th inning Colton Cowser homer. They lose today 3-1. It was the Nationals dropping the third game of the series and getting swept in Miami. The Marlins win that one 6-2. My Commanders lose in Detroit 17-13. They are now 1-1 on the preseason. Wolfpack Nation, it's game week. Saturday, 3:30 from Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, Virginia. That'll be on ESPN. You can catch pregame coverage on the Wolfpack Sports Network beginning at 1:30 with countdown to kickoff. The official Wolfpack pregame show will begin at 2:30 with play-by-play announcer Matt Chazanow and Johnny Evans, former NC State quarterback. I do not know who they will have on the sidelines this year following the retirement of Tony Haynes, which occurred at the end of the football season last year. As far as my pack, they will open the season in Charlottesville before hosting Richmond September the 12th, following a bye week. That'll be September 11th at 7 o'clock. September 11th at 7 o'clock. And then September the 19th, I believe, they will go to Nashville to take on Vanderbilt. Anyway, thanks for listening to me today, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. This Tyler Bowers saying, until next time on Die Hard Sports Fan 1.